One question I get asked a lot is how can you manage to stay fit while on a vacation, while traveling? And I only have one simple answer. It's carry your gym wherever you go. And your gym doesn't always have to be the equipment or your machines, none of that. It can just be resistance bands, a jump rope, your shoes, a mat, as simple as that. And sometimes when you can't even carry any of that, your body weight is more than enough for you to get a great session in. One thing you can always get yourself to do when traveling is doing something very outdoorsy. It can be as simple as running on the beach or playing sport with your friend, frisbee on the beach, football, anything. So try and pick a sport if you're not someone who likes to do a workout. Otherwise, there's a lot that you can do with just functional training, and that's why I love it so much, because you need nothing but just your body weight. Ideally, it's good to try and plan a workout with a good mixture of strength, core and cardio. So I have a workout that I've designed, something you can follow anywhere while you're traveling. It can be your hotel room, it can be a ground, it can be a beach, anywhere. So here are a few moves that I could think of right now, which are very easy to follow, and I'm also going to be running through some regressions just in case you can't do the advanced level of the exercises.
The first strength movement is the Bulgarian squat. It's a very effective movement to strengthen the glutes and the legs unilaterally. So you start with one foot on the floor, the other elevated at a surface, and drop down into a squat on one leg. Pushing into the front heel, you got to straighten up and make sure you're tucking the knee up to really challenge the core at the top. The second strength move is an animal flow movement called the side kick through. So you start off on your fours and kick one leg through and open up your chest on that side by moving the arm. So this is a very effective move to challenge the core while strengthening the entire body simultaneously. The third strength move is everybody's favorite. It's a classical push-up, but I've added a toe reach to this, so you get to simultaneously work the obliques while giving the chest muscles a tad bit of a break. So with the push-up, it's extremely important to engage the glutes and the core, especially while pushing up from the start position. So it's not just an upper body movement, but it's also great core movement as well. As a regression, you can use any elevated surface to do an incline push-up and add a toe reach to the same movement. This will allow you to throw less of your body weight to the movement and makes it a tad bit easier to push yourself off. The fourth movement is a seated scissors, and we start this off by sitting on the hips, maintaining a slight angle with the upper body and engaging the core before lifting the legs up. The key to this movement is to keep the angle of the knees constant throughout, otherwise you'll be working the legs more than you'll be working the abdomen. As a regression, you can maintain a slight angle at the knees. This will make the movement a tad bit easier, and you still hold the body in the same position, moving the legs in and out. To me, the workout feels absolutely incomplete if there's not a burst of cardio conditioning moves thrown at the end. So I really like the lateral shuffle and the simple jumps added to it, because it does the job of conditioning and is a great finisher for the end of the workout as well. So you start off by shuffling sideways using only the side of your glutes and keeping the core switched on throughout. And you can use a rock, as I am in this case, or a box or a table that you can jump on and off from. So it can be a combination of a few steps of shuffles along with 3 to 4 jumps and then shuffling back again. One other favorite move of mine is the bear crawls. Looks very simple, but it's quite challenging to perform. You start off on your fours with the shoulders right over your palms and your hips right over your knees, and then you lift the knees off the floor and maintaining that 2 to 3 centimeter distance from the floor throughout. We're just going to crawl forward using the opposite arm with the opposite leg. The key to the movement is to make sure you're maintaining that box with your body throughout and not allowing your arms and legs to open up too much.